Alright guys, what's going on? I'm a little bit late, but I've got War 4 of Season 25 here, and 4 Loki's going to be facing KenOB. Last season they didn't finish in the top 3. They probably could have, but Noon finished first, so I'm going to go ahead and do live spectating again for this one. Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the live spectating portion of this video. I'm going to try to make it a little bit faster than I did last time. And again, I'm at work, so if there's any like weird background noise, it's because it's raining outside. So, okay, go ahead and take a look at the map here. So, what I'm always looking for my paths are like Mole Man, Hitmonkey, Kingpin, Korg. Those are the types of fights that I'm looking for. So, let's go ahead and look around. First of all, let's make sure they're running Protect. They are. Okay, so I see Mole Man on path 1. I see Hitmonkey on path 2. So those are two definite possibilities. I also see Korg on Hazard Shift, so that is also a possibility. I could see myself... I could see Pete taking that. I could also see myself being assigned that, and maybe Pete being assigned the second path there, or the second fight there on path 9. Long Shot, that is probably going to be a Human Torch. Tigra will probably also be a Human Torch. Clairvoyant, I'm not sure why she's there. I might be missing something about that placement, but yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Champion, not sure exactly why he's there. Maybe because he's large and Doom would, you know, trigger Protect or something. I really don't know. Okay, so path 2 in section 2 is a possibility. It looks like they have a Thing Boss, so that will probably be Bryn with Void if I had to guess. Or maybe Legacy with Void. Okay, so yeah, I'm really not sure if there's just a bunch of stuff I'm missing here, but still doesn't look too crazy. I think that Magic will have to take that Apocalypse. Okay, so, and then I see 2 Quake fights. That's these 2 minis. I'm sure that will be Bryn. This Rage fight here, Mojo will probably be a Human Torch. Annihilus will probably be Quake. Hyperion will probably be Magic. Nova, not sure who that would be. Could be Magneto. And then Super Skrull. I don't know who would take that fight, but he's not difficult to fight, so... Man, I don't know which path I'm going to be on. I would probably prefer to be on path 1. More than likely I'll end up on path 2. And then in section 2... I mean, somebody can Quake that Kingpin pretty easily. I think both of those fights there can be quaked. Could be Thor Ragnarok in section 2, so maybe path 2 all the way. That seems possible. I could also see myself having to take this Killmonger here on Encroaching Stun. I really don't like that node at all, but obviously I'm willing to do whatever is asked of me. But I'm not sure what else I would take in section 2. So, yeah, if I had to guess, I would say either path 6 or path 2 in section 2. That would be my final prediction. So, yeah. Alright, that's all I've got for the live portion of this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and select our team here. This is going to be a pretty quick war for me today. I am going to be on path 2 and path 6, so I was pretty right on with those guesses. I thought it would be path 2 and path 2, or path 2 and path 6. So I'm going to go ahead and choose my team. It's going to be Omega Red and Quake. And, yeah, I think that I had mentioned in my live commentary that I wasn't sure why Clairvoyant was on that Footloose node. I figured it out afterwards. It's because on that node, she would be immune to ability accuracy reduction. So if you tried quaking her, she would just gain a bunch of power every time you charged your heavy. So it's basically to make it so you couldn't quake the node. I still don't think that's good placement. Omega could do it. Ghost can do it. I mean, pretty much anyone could do that fight. So, our first fight here is going to be Spider-Ham. This fight's going to be okay. This is the Strike Counter Fury node, so it can get really dangerous if you allow the Furies to build up too much. I'm just going to... I'm going to try something here, and what I attempt in this fight that doesn't go very well, I will go ahead and do in the next fight, and it will go really well. So... I'm trying to parry, and instead of doing what I usually do, which is medium light, I'm just doing like one hit, so medium for one hit, then parry light, parry medium, parry light. That's just pretty much going to help me keep the strike counters down, so hopefully they don't gain any furies, and I'm actually going to do a really good job of that in this fight. So this is just a rank 3 Hitmonkey. This is pretty common placement. You don't want to knock Hitmonkey down. You know, it's really easy to get tagged with a special one, and then he's unblockable and evading, and, you know, ideally you just don't want to have to do it. So here I'm going to go ahead and do a medium, then a light, and you'll see I'll just keep doing this over and over again until I run out of either mediums or lights, and then I'll throw a heavy and lock in my spores. But you can see I have 30 spores on him now. I'm going to lock in the degen and just back up a bunch. And that was, you know, a 20-second fight, so super straightforward. I'm definitely going to have to practice that more and, you know, do more of that. So then on Path 6 in Section 2, this is going to be a Quake fight. I don't Quake in War very much. I did practice a lot during incursions, so I was doing like 8-minute Quake fights in incursions, so I'm pretty comfortable with her. But I'm going to make a couple like random mistakes. I'm going to accidentally parry a few times, and it's not going to mess me up, you know, but it's not ideal. I also put on half suicides for this fight. The extra damage on rage is not going to be worth the health lost, so I just wanted to make sure that if I got hit, that I would be able to survive it. And the other thing that I did is I maxed out Despair, so that whenever I have like my Aftershocks and Kingpin has his like rage charges and stuff, that he's not healing too much from willpower. So that was kind of my my goal with this fight, was to just keep the willpower healing under control. There I accidentally let off heavy. And you'll see there are going to be a few times, like right there, I accidentally parried. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to back up, and I was just like a tiny bit slow. So now he's got his 3 rage charges, which isn't a huge deal. I think Kingpin also heals a little bit less through willpower because of his rage debuffs all the time. Kind of like Daredevil Hell's Kitchen. So we are about almost a minute and a half into the fight. He's at 37%. I forgot to check, this might have been a rank 2 6-star, which, you know, for rage nodes you want as little health as possible, so I guess that makes sense. There was my other accidental parry. I think that that's the last one, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this fight is, honestly I probably should have sped it up, but it is almost over. It's been about 2 minutes. The other thing is the more debuffs Kingpin has, the more power he gains through like, I don't know if it's offensive or defensive combat rate. But you can see I just let off my heavy there, and it, you know, it almost took him up to a bar of power. So just something to be careful of if you're going to quake him. Just make sure you're not letting off your heavy by accident. Here, this is Storm Pyramid X, and this fight, I'm going to get really mixed up at one point during this fight. This is Aggression Prowess Power Focus 2. It's not a difficult fight. She has a really small health pool. I went into this, I wasn't worried at all. Maybe I should have been a little bit more worried. Her animations are also really obvious. But what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to accidentally let off my heavy attack, is like right before... I'm gonna start parrying sometimes to make sure that I don't... she doesn't dash in and I let off my heavy. Because of the power focus too, if I do that, you know, one heavy or two heavies could push her up to a bar of power. And then if she throws the special one, then I'll be slowed. I won't be able to evade. So not good. You can see there I went ahead and parried. Here, I could tell I was mixed up while it was happening. And I knew I was going to get hit. Luckily, she didn't finish her combo. I don't think it would have killed me, but either way, fight's over. It was under a minute, so not a huge deal. And that was actually the end of my war. You know, I had 4 fights. I was stuck behind that Immortal Abomination until after the boss went down, so I couldn't help on Mini Island or anything like that, which is totally fine. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and exit the screen here, but my battle group had a really good war. You know, we were facing KenOB. I don't think that they have the best defense in the game anymore, but they have a really strong defense. We finished with 0 deaths in our battle group, which is awesome. I think that's the second time this season that we finished with 0 in battle group 3. Unfortunately, we did end up losing this war. It seems like every time we face an alliance like New Nation, KenOB, someone like that, they always have like their best war. Like if we would have faced them, in this case not KenOB, but you know, a lot of these alliances, if we would have faced them like the war before, we would have tied them or beaten them, and then they just have like a really good war when we go up against them, which is pretty frustrating. I know that our defense is good, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But either way, so this is our second loss of the season. I think it was New Nation and now KenOB, which makes sense. But either way, hopefully we can bring it back and get a win in the next war. And I will be uploading the next war video tomorrow. I already have it recorded. I just need to do the commentary for it. So again, I'm sorry that I'm like a little bit behind. Either way, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.